What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my man cave, aka my garage. Hope you're having a swell day. So today I want to talk to you about something a lot of people have trouble with. So many people are listening to advice from people who take gear, people who take steroids. And while I think it's very good to listen to someone who already has what you're seeking to have, aka more muscle, seek that advice. I don't agree with the advice that they're giving just because it's not going to work. It's like trying to compare apples to oranges. So I want to discuss with you guys the proper protein intake for a natural lifter. Now, I've done many experiments on myself. I've done so many experiments, it's quite ridiculous. I've done everything from 0.1 grams of protein and measured, and I've done all the way to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight, that is. And I've seen a difference between them, and I'm going to talk to you about that. And primarily, when we're talking about getting advice from people who are on steroids, I believe wholeheartedly that they got to the point that they're at because of their training, because of their diet, and because they know something. Now, steroids will put muscle on you regardless of if you're lifting or not. It's actually a fact. You can research it in scientific journals. It is there. Studies are out there. However, in order to put on excessive amounts of muscle, and the reason I say this is because I know plenty of people in the gym that take steroids that they are not big whatsoever. And you can attest, maybe you guys know some people that are just like that. And so it really does come down, whether you're using or not, to your training, to your diet, to your sleep, and your protocol. Now, steroids do make building muscle infinitely easier. I get that. But there's a lot of people who are even on them that you can't tell whatsoever, and they've got no increased muscle mass that would suggest they would be using. So, when it comes to protein intake, we know that if you're on steroids, your protein intake is your protein synthesis, your ability to synthesize new muscle is increased tenfold, meaning you don't have a limit as far as to how much protein you can consume and get a benefit out of it, since pretty much everything you're eating with the anabolics will turn into muscle tissue just because of what you're taking. And that's cool. That's a very unique facet of the drugs. But I'm talking to you about being natural. Being natural, there's a limit to your body's system of checks and balances to how much protein you can actually utilize. So just because you eat 100 grams of protein in a meal, you're going to synthesize you're going to digest, and it's all going to be in your system. There's no such thing as, you only digest 30 grams of protein, so there's no point in eating extra. No, that's actually not true. The protein will be broken down and it will stay in your body. Now, here's the catch. What your body does with that protein is important. How much of that protein are you actually using is important. Because if you're on gear, it doesn't matter if you have a 100-gram meal of protein. Your body will break it down just like a natural athlete's. It's what the body does with those protein molecules that make the difference, those amino acids. Now, when you're on gear, you can utilize 99% of everything you use. That's what the drugs do. But when you're natural, you take a 100-gram protein meal with a high amount of fat, your body will utilize that, but just over a longer period of time. And it can only take so much because your body has a cap on it of how much protein you can actually synthesize. So what I've done is I did an experiment, 0.5 grams per pound of body weight. I grew significantly fast, okay? And it was measurable. Pounds of muscle within a certain period of time, okay? And I've also done 1 gram over a 1-year period, 1 gram per pound of body weight, and I've measured it out. Now, here's the cool thing. Being a natural, I found my best protein intake at about 0.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight over an extended period of time. I gained the most muscle doing that. Now, you would think, 1 gram per pound of body weight, right? That's what Arnold Schwarzenegger did. Here's the deal. Arnold was on gear, and that was enough for him. So if you're natural, do you really need 1 gram per pound of body weight? I would highly argue no. There's so many fake natties out there, guys. I'm not saying this to clout chase. I'm not saying this to be ugly. I'm saying this because this channel is all about giving realistic advice from a person who's been in the trenches and done it over the long haul so that you can benefit from my knowledge. And let me tell you, 99% of social media are on something. And I've seen it, you know, it's not, people will try and hide, but these people are living and making money off of your ignorance, off of your inability to tell whether someone's using or not. And they're using false expectations to promote you watching their videos, buying their stuff, so that maybe you have a shot of being anywhere close to them. But the secret will shock you. It's not what you think it is. Being natural is not glamorous. It sucks. Everything is limited. And in fact, natural athletes don't look good on the grand scheme of things compared to people who are using even a mild, like a pro hormone or something. You know, a natural and an unnatural athlete standing side by side, it'll be no competition when things are maxed out, such as diet and exercise and sleep and all of that stuff. So don't let yourself fall into these traps. Your protein doesn't need to be excessively high. Since you're natural, you can't even use most all the protein you're getting in. I dare say your body will have an insanely hard time actually using, let's say I weigh 180 pounds. I doubt your body will use that naturally. I really don't think. That's an excessive amount for a natural. I think anywhere between half a gram, maybe for women would be okay, to 0.7 protein per pound of body weight would be the most optimal, and it would be easier to consistently eat that to produce long-lasting results, since eating 1 gram per pound of body weight is actually a lot of hard work. You've got to stay on top of your meals. Sometimes it's just not doable. So like I said, make sure you're focusing on what's important. We want to do this for the long haul. It is good to look up to people who are on stuff as far as advice for how they got there, that maybe it'll help you. But I would take everything, even the advice I'm giving you, with a grain of salt. Make sure you're really validating where it's coming from. Make sure the person is actually legit and trustworthy. And if they lie about their drug intake and they lie about this and that, what else are they going to lie about, right? So you want to make sure you're accurate. You're getting accurate information from a good source and someone who legitimately cares about you. So, you know, remember, we want to be doing this over the long haul. So we want to be lifting for a long time. And we really can't do that if we're stressing ourselves out about eating. I got to eat 6 times a day. I got to have this much protein per meal. I got to do this. I got to spend money on that. I got to have my protein supplement. Do what you can. Get your 0.5 to 0.7. And anything over that, just think about it like icing on the cake. If you get extra just because you get extra, no big deal. You maybe will pee it out, maybe you won't. Nobody can tell you. But just take that with a grain of salt. Thank you guys so much for listening to my rant. That's what these videos are. That's what my channel is about. It's about ranting about stuff that I know that other people are leading you astray. Glad you like it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below. Would love to hear from you. Follow me on Instagram. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, guys.